Hi guys, welcome to class. My name is Tess and today we have a 10-minute standing glute sequence. Let's get started. Come to standing at the top of your mat, feet in parallel, and we're going to come into a comfortable position, bended position. So come down, whatever works for you. You don't have to go so deep, but if you want more, of course, go deeper. So bending the knees, we're going to come into this hip hinge here and we're going to bring all the weight into that right leg. You're going to rise up onto that left tippy toe. Hands onto your hips. We don't want these shoulders internally rotating. Please keep them broad and give your pecs space. We're going to tap left toes back and then tap them forwards. So keep going like that. And mind you guys, your whole weight now is through the right leg. If you need a bit more support, of course, keep the left toes onto the floor and you can weight bear slightly. But if you'd like the full heat, you're just gonna feel for a light tap and in. You might not even touch the left toes to the floor. And remember, in your Pilates classes, we're always keeping this beautiful tall spine and we're thinking about length, so reaching through from the top of your head. Good, let's go for just a few more here, tapping back and forwards. And I hope by now you guys can start to feel it through that right glute here. So isometric hold, and we're just moving this other leg, so we're creating a little bit of movement, which makes it more difficult and less stable for that right leg. Let's go for the last three. Last two, I'm feeling it now. And then hold, bring your foot together. Just take a moment to stand up, breath in. And then a breath out, we're gonna bend that same knee. So you're light on the left tippy toes the whole time, yeah? We're gonna draw up, so drive down through the heel to stand up, and then a soft bend through that knee to lower. Standing up, and a soft bend. So, if you're familiar, this is kind of like a unilateral squat, right? So you're bending through the knee, drive through the heels to drive up. We're gonna add one little pulse, stand all the way up. Down one little pulse, stand all the way up. So we're keeping this constant, yeah? We're keeping the tension throughout. And as you're standing up, I hope that should give you a little bit of respite, right? So a little bit of reprieve from this constant movement. Let's go for the last three. Nearly there, guys. Last two. Now we're gonna stay low and pulse it, of course. So stay low, little pulses. Drive down through that right heel the whole time. We're gonna go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay low, okay? All the weight still in that right leg. I know that right leg is feeling it by now. We're gonna just take a soft step back through the left toes, yeah? But still predominantly weight through this right glute. Good. Now, I want you to keep the spine straight. You're gonna hinge down. Drive through the heel to stand up. Hips back. Drive through the heel, stand up. Good. We're just gonna go for about 7 here. So again, very reminiscent, right, of your deadlift. So if you go to the gym, this can help you perfect your deadlift. Keep driving down through the heel as you stand up and really focus on maintaining this tall spine. Your belly is supported throughout this whole class, you guys. We're keeping our spine safe. We love our spines here. Let's go for the last three. Smooth and consistent, last two. Slow it down, last one. Now you're gonna come down, hold. Bring all that weight through the right leg, soft bending the knee, and then you're gonna step the left leg back. Good, hands on your hips. I'm already feeling this one, guys. Option to stay or left leg up. 2 breaths, you've got this. Last one, inhale, and stand up, exhale. Woo. Shake it out, shake out your legs, give your bum a little massage. Look up to the sky, tuck your chin around your shoulders, and we're just gonna do one roll down. You've worked so hard through those glutes, so give yourself a moment to stretch through the backs of the legs. One breath, and a soft roll all the way up. You guys ready for the other side? So come into bending your knees, and we're gonna bring the weight now into the left leg. So you're gonna rise up onto that right tip toe here. Hands stay on your hips the whole time, but remember guys, we don't wanna be hunched forward. We wanna keep this open, okay? We've gotta keep that posture perfect. A little tap back and a little tap forwards. So you're softly bending through that left knee, And if anything, that right heel is firmly pressing, sorry, that left heel is firmly pressing into the mat. Good, extension and bending. We're just playing with this distribution of weight here. The movement of that right leg is making the isometric hold more intense, yeah? So we're challenging ourselves here in many different ways through this left glute. Good, keep the beautiful tall spine here, guys. We're just gonna go for a few more. Maybe you start to hover the right toes off the mat. Keep that breath coming. We'll go for 3, extension, 2, extension, 1, and then bring the right tiptoes forward, stand up. Breath in, like a squat, yeah? So bending through the knees, sink through the hips, and then drive through that left heel, stand up. Bend the knee, drive through the left heel, good. So when you're standing up, of course, you know, take that as your break. So this one's a little bit friendlier, right? Because you get to fully extend the leg. Now you're gonna add in that tiny little pulse, tension through that left heel, you guys, all the time. Tension, tension. We wanna keep it moving, we wanna keep it working. Good, you're really smooth and consistent with these movements. Keep that breath coming. We go for about 7 more here, and stand. Doing so well, guys. All that weight predominantly in that left foot. If you can, try not to load too much through the right tiptoes. Last 2, and then we stay low for our pulses, of course. Bend the knees, little pulses, and let's press down through the left heel. Little drive, little drive, little drive. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand. Breath in. Breath out. Whew. Okay, right leg. We're not quite finished yet. Right toes back behind us. This is where it starts getting really spicy. So hand on hip, guys, soft bend through that knee. And I want you to kind of lean forwards. So it's like your pelvis, you're kind of tilting your pelvis forwards, yeah? Drive through that left heel, stand up. You should feel that really strong. So tilt forward through the pelvis, beautiful hip hinge. Press through the left heel. Good. Now you guys find your flow here. Remember, we're keeping the shoulders back. We don't want to hunch through those shoulders. And I'm being nice by not adding in any arms. Let's go for 8 more here. I want you to really feel connected, yeah, to this hip hinge. So the whole movement. And you're tightening through the glutes as you stand up, yeah? Or shortening, pardon me. Looking good, guys. We go for the last 4. You're light on the right tiptoes. Notice if you've started to hinge back slightly. Last 2. And then stay low. Last 1, yeah? Soft bend through that left knee. Option to stay, or you're just gonna extend the right leg back. Here's your finisher. Lift the right leg. Point through the toes. Soft bend through that left knee. Drive through the heel. 1 more breath in. And a full breath out. Stand up. Whew. Good job, guys. Shake out your legs. You're gonna stand at the top of your mat, tuck your chin, slowly roll down, hands onto the mat, step the left leg back and lower the left knee to the floor. You're just gonna drop through the hips here. I want you to get, you know, a little stretch, juicy stretch through the back of the leg. Give yourself a little bit of love here. Straighten as much as you can. Mind you, you just worked out the leg, so you might not be as flexible as usual. And a little bend. And a little straighten. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Bend into your right leg, tuck the back toes, step forwards, and then the right leg back, knee to floor. Sink through the hips again, inhale, exhale, little stretch. Take a few here in your own time. Again, we're just focusing on bringing ourselves back down to a relaxed state and also giving our legs a little bit of love after all that hard work. Last one here. A little bit different this time. We're going to bend into that knee. We're simply just going to slide that left knee back next to the right and come into kneeling. That is it for your 10-minute standing glute sequence. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.